Let's go Ghoul first. This deck is, like I said, just ludicrous. I think my brother actually recently got a Golden Warlock. I've always played Warrior, and he always liked Warlock because he was never able to spend as much money on the game as I could. Because I have a problem, right? Being a YouTuber, I can justify spending money on games like this because, like, oh yeah, I can write it off my taxes. And at the end of like every year, for like the first couple years I played this game, I ended up having like, I would spend like $300 or $400, I think, on this game, like every year. And it adds up. You don't think it does, but it adds up over time. You're like, oh yeah, $20 on packs here and there, you know. Oh, a new expansion. Let's, you know, buy the expansion, then buy, oh, what's another, you know, $20 on top of that or whatever. It adds up really quickly. But he always went, not necessarily free to play, but pseudo free to play. And so he always played like the, like a Zoo Warlock deck a lot of the time. So that's how we got his 500 wins, and he got his Golden Warlock. All right, he's coined. This is, let's be honest here, this is probably another free-to-play guy, so chances are okay, you coined into a life tap. This is probably a free-to-play guy. Life tap ourselves, which you guys don't know, the life tap's the hero power for the Warlock. You get to draw a card, but you also take damage. The Warlock is all about taking damage and hurting yourself. But if you play it right, it's not that big of a deal. Because a lot of the cards are designed around kind of countering that, which makes sense. And it's so cool how the classes in this game really do build themselves around how they played in WoW. Like that was always a big part of the Warlock, especially the classic Warlock in World of Warcraft. The idea that you have to sacrifice your own life to restore your own mana. And maybe not free to play? I don't know. Cobalt Librarian. So he's dealing damage to himself, but he's drawing lots of cards. Right? So that's pretty terrifying. Speaking of drawing lots of cards, how annoying is this that I'm not getting like any of my early cards whatsoever here? Like every card I have is late game. A doubling him. Summon a copy of this minion. All right. So he's filling the board here with those scary demons. I have a Hellfire, though, which deals 3 damage to all characters. I also have Defiles, so I'm not particularly worried about him going crazy. How many cards do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're not going to overdraw just yet. Just end off the turn. Excuse me. Get a little tickle in my throat right now. I usually get sick once a year. Oh, Summoning Portal. That was a card that I thought it's a classic card I used to think would be really good, but it never got used as much as I thought it would. Same with Alarmo Bots. One of my first ever... This is annoying. One of my first ever experiences with this game was watching Total Biscuit play. And he, it was, I think, during the Hearthstone beta, and he was using Summoning Portals and Alarmo Bots. And so I assumed, like, those would be super good cards, but it turns out those were just his first impressions of the game. He was trying to build some fun decks and stuff like that, which I had no idea. I was completely new. But, yeah, it turns out Summoning Portals not really used all that much. And Alarmo Bots also not used a whole lot. Let's see. 1 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage, and 4. I should be alive. I can Defile down his entire board and also leave my Despicable Dreadlord alive. I could also just Hellfire down his entire board. Okay, well now I die. I feel like I should. Now I can't Defile. I have to Hellfire. Nope. Yep, technically I would have to Hellfire. I think I do, because his Summoning Portals are terrifying. Like, all his minions are about to cost 1. So let's just get rid of all those minions. Please and thank you. I can't even life tap right now because I'll overdraw. I'll have 10 cards in my hand. Yeah, I have 9 cards right now. So if I life tap, I'll have 10. The next card I draw next turn will get burned because, like, you can't have more than 10 cards in your hand. So I can't even do anything right now. Okay, that's big and scary and terrifying and all, but I can Siphon Life that. Let's see. Man, I hate to just Siphon Life because that doesn't really, like, get me anywhere this turn. Wow, this is absurd, like, how all my late game cards came this way. It happened in the last game as well. I could deal 3 damage to him, but that's literally it. And then he'll be a 6/3, and then he'll maybe trade. Yeah, I think we just siphon life. I hate to say it, but I don't see him having many more big, scary, terrifying creatures than that. And by the way, if I didn't get rid of those summoning portals, that guy would have cost like 1 or 2. I'm not sure the exact math, but yeah, so we had to get rid of that while we could. For sure. Okay. Destroy another Siphon Soul. Wow. Okay, so we can deal 4 damage to you. We can deal 4 damage to it, leaving it at 2. Then we can also lifesteal it. That's 5 man. Then we'll have 3 left. Okay, we'll do it that way. Deal 4 damage to a minion. Lifesteal, deal 2 damage to a minion. And then we can pull out the Earthen Ring Farseer to heal us up just a little bit. And now, my hand's not so full. I have a minion on the board, and I have the momentum back. Okay. This game's fun, man. I get them like at the rank that I am, especially this late in the season. We're not facing like extremely competent players, but I kind of almost like it more that way because I don't know. Hearthstone's always very meta-oriented, and people play the decks that they find on the internet. Heck, I'm playing a deck I found on the internet like 3 expansions ago, but still. And that always kind of made it less fun having that always happen, but what are you going to do? It's part of the game, right? Well, here, that's a very lucky Shadow Bolt. We can Shadow Bolt and then trade, and then that will leave us with 6 mana, which we can use to just put out a Dread Infernal, I guess. Yeah, we can do it that way. There we are. Old Warlock v Warlock. So, I don't know, every expansion, of course, every month has like a new meta. And it's kind of annoying to have to play around that meta. But at the same time, too, I think if I were to get back into this game heavily, I might just play wild and instead of trying to play standard, because I don't even know what cards are in standard anymore. I think on the launcher, I'm pretty sure there's a new expansion like coming soon. Like I think I might just play wild and then just play like old decks that I liked, like the old Control Warrior with like Ragnaros and Sylvanas and stuff like that. And I don't know, we'll see. Well, deal 3 damage to all other characters. I can put out that terrifying thing and then follow it up with a Tainted Zealot. That's going to clear his board, deal damage to both of us, and we'll put out the Zealot there, which gives us a little bit of spell damage, which is actually good. That's a great card for this, because that increased spell damage makes our Mortal Coil better, our Hellfire better, our Defile better. Siphon Soul, not so much, because it straight up destroys minions, but it's a good card. It really is. And once we get Blood Reaver Gul'dan, that's pretty much a game winner for us. But then again, he could be also running Blood Reaver Gul'dan. So, if that's the case, we should definitely keep our Hellfire and our Defile, now that I think about it. Blood Reaver Gul'dan, if you guys don't know, he's the Death Knight card for the Warlock, and when you play him, you summon randomly all the demons that you spawn this game. Now, of course, you can only have 7 people on your board at one time, so it's going to spawn up to 7 demons that died for you this game. He's had a lot of demons die, so out of nowhere, his entire board could be full again, right? So, that's pretty terrifying. I hate to do this. I really do. 13 cards, he's got 12, so I can afford the life tap here. Let's see. Another Defile. I hate to do it because it's going to deal 1 damage to my own guy, which is going to pop its Divine Shield, but I want to get my 6/6 on the board. And we still have our Hellfire, we still have our Defiles, we have all these cards. We have all sorts of removal right here. So whatever, that's actually all I have right now is removal. If I'm looking at my hand, all we have are spells. Yeah, so if he does have Blood Reaver Gul'dan, which he might, I think he's actually played some Knights of the Frozen Throne cards already. Discover a spell that costs... What now? Oh. Discover a spell that costs 5 or more. Okay. Discover is an interesting mechanic as well, because you can choose cards that will best help your situation. But of course, it's random, right? They give you 3 random spells, right? That's it. And then you have to pick from those 3 random spells. And sometimes you get something that may really help you. Other times, it's not going to help you at all. So, it's interesting, man. This is from the Grand Tournament expansion. Oh! Nothing? Well, that's interesting. Hmm. Part of me wants to put out the Mistress and heal myself here a little bit. I don't know. I could put out the Mistress and then kill it with a Mortal Coil, which will then give me a card. And it'll restore 4 health to both of us. But I feel like me having more health right now is important. I think we'll do that. I know it's a really goofy idea, but... cost 0 if your hero was healed this turn. There we go. And then... I just want to get myself up to a little bit more health. Because he had a lot more than I did, you know? Alright, go ahead and do it that way. I'm gonna keep holding on to, I think, all of my removal. Because I'm waiting. He's got all these cards in his hand. He's still got 10 more cards in his deck. I also have 10 cards. It's like, what is he holding on to? Doom, destroy all minions, and then draw a card for each. Okay. I'm glad he probably should have saved that for old Blood Reaver Gul'dan. It is an epic. That's an epic card, which means he can, in fact, have another one. Which is scary. Abyssal Enforcer, there we go. I actually needed... I just want a minion of some sort to put on the board. Crying out loud. Blood Reaver Gul'dan. You'll find when you run your Death Knights, by the way, that somehow in this completely random card game where they shuffle the cards, for some reason your Death Knights are always at the bottom of the deck. Always. It's absurd. Like, it has just a high chance as any other card to show up pretty much, but it's always at the bottom. I don't know why. It's always at the bottom.
So many possibilities.
Let's see. His hand is full. When he says so many possibilities, he's not kidding, man. There's so much he can do. There is so much he can do right now.
So many possibilities.
He's gonna sit here and play with the map while he thinks. I wasn't sure if he's AFK or if he's really trying to figure out what to do, because I'm sure. Summoning portal. Okay, minions cost 2 less. But no less than 1. Oh, the rope's a-burning. Rope is a-burning.
What are you hiding?
Chaos Inspector. Destroy all enemy secrets. Okay, or Chief Inspector. Why I say Chaos Inspector? Destroy all enemy secrets. Well, I'm a Warlock. I don't have secrets. At start of your turn, deal 1 damage to your hero. Well. Can I draw my freaking Death Knight, please? There's only 7 more cards for crying out loud. Okay, well. Let's see. Okay, so if I Hellfire... I could Hellfire first, dealing 3 damage to all characters. Okay, let's start off with that. We're going to Hellfire first. Alright, and then... we can Mortal Coil you. Heal you. And then the file. The squirreliest combo, I know, but it worked. There's probably... here's what's funny. I always look back at my Hearthstone videos, and I always, like, when I'm watching, I see possibilities, and I see, like, all sorts of plays that I didn't notice when I was actually playing. I'm like, why did I do that? Are you an idiot? It's so clear. Do this other thing. Which I imagine... oh, he Hellfired a single minion. Can I draw Blood Reaver Gul'dan, please? But then again, if he kills, okay, if you have 15 or less health, oh, that's scary. Good thing I saved that Siphon Life and a Bloodfen Raptor. Okay, of all the cards, a Bloodfen Raptor. Thankfully, we have our Siphon Life, so we can kill that instantly and heal. We can also deal 2 damage to you and heal, and get out you. I literally have 6 cards left. The card that this deck is built around is in the bottom 6 cards. I would have won 10 minutes ago. Deal 5 damage with lifesteal. Ooh. Terrifying. I can't believe it. Alright. That would have been very good for him to hold on to, but he put it out there. Come on, Blood Reaver. Okay, Lich King. That works. I forgot he was even in this deck. Alright. Big scary Lich King. Gives me a Lich King card. Come on. Doom Pact. Destroy all minions. Remove top card from your deck for each minion destroyed. Okay. I mean, that's a get out of jail free card if he has the Blood Reaver Gul'dan. But then again, I don't want to do that right away. Lord of the Arena. I think he's out. Okay, now he's starting to get into some basic cards. So I think we outlived him here, guys. Okay. 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 That card is horrifying. Now it's a 12-11. Oh, guys. Okay, well. I have 4 cards in my deck. So hear me out on what I'm thinking. I run my Death Knight into him, which removes my Death Knight from the board, right? And then I use Doom Pact, which is going to kill off his card, and then remove 1 card from my deck. I could life tap first, and hopefully draw my Blood Reaver. Or I could just put out the Despicable Dreadlord and leave my Death Knight on the board. I can't really life tap here. Life tapping pretty much kills me. I think I put out the... Just judging from his deck, I'm putting out the Dreadlord and ending my turn. This might lose me the game. If he has a way to remove the Lich King and deal 1 damage, he wins. But I'm hoping that he doesn't. He's at the bottom of his deck. He's used most of the things that he has. I don't think he's used 2 Siphon Lives. But Demon Fire, okay. Does he have a way to get rid of the Lich King? If he can get rid of the Lich King with his 8 mana, he wins. But I feel like if he could do it right now, he would have done it, right? Nope, he doesn't. All right, perfect. And we also have this Death Coil, which we can use to kill off his big, scary, terrifying creature. I quit! Why'd you quit? Come on, man! I still got the Death Lord. I still have my Death Knight, man. Oh, what a close one. What a close one. All right, so now part of me wants to play that deck again. Let's play the deck again. Because I want to play Blood Reaver Gul'dan. That's the whole point of the deck. The deck is built around him. The fact I was even able to make it that far, like if that guy had a better deck, I would have lost easily because I got completely and utterly screwed by the fact that I could not draw my freaking Death Knight.
Gul'dan.
All right, another Druid.
Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. Your soul shall be mine.
The old Happy Ghoul. These are all... I can keep the Happy Ghoul. Do I? I think I do. So at the very least, I have a card to play on turn 3. It's better if you can actually heal and then get him out there for free, but... Okay, we don't have a Void Walker for turn 1. I don't like that. I don't know how much I like that. Not a big fan. Not a big fan at all. I like... This is the, card back from, I think, when Blackrock Mountain came out. It's called Molten Core, I believe. It might be a different one, actually. It's hard to remember. There have been so many card backs. It's actually getting to the point where some of the card backs are starting to look like old card backs as well.
Time waits for no one.
I could change my card back after this game now I think about it. Wow. Wow. Let's just draw all the late game cards. Let's just draw all of them. I don't want any of my early game cards. Okay, so he made... Okay, but that's from the Raven Idol. That's not his own card. Okay. Well, I could Mortal Coil it, but I actually can't. Okay, so if your hero is healed... So I can heal my hero right now. I think I'm going to do it. I'm not getting the full value out of the heal, but I can put that out, and then the Happy Ghoul now costs 0 because I was healed. So on turn 3, I get to put out 2 3/3s. You know, not bad, right? Even against the Druid that typically has some big, scary creatures. On the bright side... I mean, there have been many different kinds of Druids that have come out. Back in the day, Druids were all about just putting out big, scary, terrifying creatures. Naturalize. Are you gonna mill? Is he trying to mill me? No, he's gonna trade. But regardless, Druids are kind of known for being late game, and this deck excels if you can actually survive to the late game, so... That's good for me. Okay, so I can afford to life tap now, but if I could draw some creatures to actually play, that'd be fantastic. Maybe this deck, I promise you guys, this was one of the top tier decks like 3 expansions ago. What the heck? Gain 10 mana crystals as a death rattle. Okay. That's horrifying, but even then, it's going to take him, he's going to have 9 mana crystals. Wait. Does it refill your 10 mana crystals? Or is it just automatically put you up to 10? No, it's got to refill, right? Because otherwise, it wouldn't be that good. That's interesting, man. But we have our Despicable Dreadlord. Spooky card that at the end of your turn deals 1 damage to all enemy minions. I like that card a lot. It's very good. 4/5 for 5. That's not great stats, but the effect is really good. Plus, it's also a demon, which works with a lot of different cards in the Warlock set. So, good card in general. Came out with the Knights of the Frozen Throne expansion. Not Emperor Thorson. Okay, this guy definitely is not... I don't know if this is a meta deck or not, but he's definitely got himself quite the setup here. And it's a little bit terrifying. Is that the end of my turn? No, that'd kill me. Hate to do it, but we may have to siphon life here. It also heals us for a little bit. Just gonna try and maintain some board presence here. I could have potentially Hellfire. Defiles wouldn't do anything. Mortal Coils wouldn't do anything either. Yeah. Well, next turn we can get out the Abyssal Enforcer, which will help get rid of that terrifying thing. Okay, that is like the perfect thing to draw. Okay, so... Well, it's not exactly perfect. I can deal 8 damage to it, and then... Wow, that's pretty much it. My goodness. I'd have to use 2 Mortal Coils and trade, and... Oh, God, that is just a terrible, terrible deal. Like, really bad. Really, there's got to be another way, man. The Abyssal Enforcer takes up my whole turn. I could Shadow Bolt him, and then trade, and then use 2 Mortal... No, that's way too bad. It's really, really, really bad. That's so much being wasted just for that, you know? I think for right now, we just do this. We do that to weaken him, we do that to weaken him, and we just set up for the next turn and hope he doesn't have too many terrifying things he can do. Like right now, like a swipe doesn't hurt me. Actually, a swipe can hurt me because it kills off my 4/4, and then it'll put my Enforcer down to 5 health, which means he can then trade his guy into it. Okay, God, this guy has this guy's deck is full of giant, scary legendaries. He is what's his archetype? Is it called Ramp? I don't know. I really don't know. But basically, he has lots of very terrifying, high cost, very scary creatures. Come on. Yes! Okay, I'm happy he got the face there. I'm actually happy he got the face, because it leaves my minions on board so we can actually do some things. All right. There are plays to be made. Well. Okay, so I can trade... I could Hellfire and then Mortal Coil, and then trade this into that. And then now leave a clear board with 5 mana left, which is not great. But it clears off his whole board, so I think we do that. There's no sense in... Do I want the Mortal Coil? 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, we can Mortal Coil. Okay, so we're going to Hellfire. Do I Hellfire first? Yeah, Hellfire first. Mortal Coil you. I could Shadow Bolt. No, I messed up. I messed up. I could have Shadow Bolted instead. I'd have to go. I'd have to go back and look at it. I think I definitely messed up. So if I would have Shadow Bolted instead of using that Mortal Coil, if I would have traded my 2/2 into that, that would have lowered its health to the point where it would have died to the Hellfire regardless, and then I could have Shadow Bolted Ragnaros. Yeah, I screwed that up. Wow. Now this card gains you a mana crystal, but then you lose one when you die. Then there's Loatheb. Enemy spells cost 5 next turn. That's actually, wait, 5 more or 5? Ah, wait, oh yeah, 5 more, okay. Well, that is a mighty bad situation to put me in. I mean, I can still use a very, very expensive Shadow Bolt. But honestly, right now, it's at the point where it's just trying to hold him back. We're clearing all his big, scary, terrifying cards. I do have a Siphon Soul that I can use. if he has something else terrifying, which he probably does. Let's be real. He does. You know he does. At the very least, he is another one of those big tree guys. I wish I didn't mess up that play, man. Who would have lived there? I would have kept my my Enforcer. Or I'm sorry, my Dread Infernal. I would have still had a weekend at Dread Infernal, but still my Dread Infernal. Destroy your opponent's weapon. Well, that's not really a thing to worry about. Well, let's see. Now, this is going to involve some really annoying math. That's going to deal one... Okay, we're going to put you out first. It's going to deal 1 damage to you guys. At the end of the turn. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. That was a terrible play that I've already messed up on. Wow, I'm making all sorts of mistakes. I should have put out the freaking Dread Infernal instead of him. Well, that's really rough. That's very rough. And notice how my Blood Reaper Gul'dan is at the bottom of the deck yet again. Not that it matters, because I probably should have won already because I've messed up so many times. Tainted Zealot. I kind of want to save the Tainted Zealot until I can use a Defile or something on it. Yeah. Much I hate to do it. We're just going to do it this way. Wow. Wow, what a terrible game. What an absolutely terrible game. But that's what happens when you haven't played the game in so long, you know? That's also what's kind of fun about it. The more you play, the better you get. You can see plays easier and then actually be able to execute those plays. It's definitely a very high skill ceiling game, Hearthstone. Like, the difference between like a really good Hearthstone player and like a new one is absurd. And it's a thinking game too. There's no reflex. There's no reflexes involved. It's not like it's Call of Duty or anything like that. You know, it's all thinking, it's all understanding and prediction as well, which is probably the worst part of my game is understanding what the other player is trying to do. You watch like really good players, they will immediately know what kind of deck the other person is running and understand that. Summon a copy of each adjacent minion. Okay, we can clear all this. We can clear all this and that's fine. That is fine. There's Blood Reaver, finally. Okay, so how should we do this? I think we put out the Mixtures Lady because we definitely need her to heal us up by 4. That will help out a lot. Okay, so... But that's 8 of our mana, then we only have 2 more. Do I have another way? I wish I had my other... If I had my other Hellfire right now, that'd be wonderful. Well, actually... Do I have a way of dealing 1 damage? 1 measly damage. Without... including the Defile. I can clear the board this way, which, let's see, with the Defile, that's still 8 with Defile. I won't be able to put out the Earthen Ring Farseer. But we'll be able to get out the mixture. Okay, we're going to put out you.
Side effects.
And
Trust me.
put out you. And attack your face before I forget to do that, and then the File, which is going to basically clear his whole board and leave me alive. Stressful. But Blood Reaver Gul'dan will be pretty good. Plus, his hero power is very nice, because his hero power has lifesteal. It basically, I think it's deal 2 damage. Okay, terrifying. But he has no minions. He has no minions. You have nothing to do with that. To back up that play at all. Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm probably going to have to siphon life here. Yeah. I think I siphon life and then just... Maybe... Yeah, siphon life. Just get rid of you. And then heal you, not Gul'dan. And attack some face. And now I have Blood Reaver Gul'dan for afterwards.
I have no time for games.
Okay, that's scary, but not the worst thing ever. Yeah, you quit. Dude, I was going to win that easily. I was going to trade the Farseer into them and then trade... I was going to trade both my people into Sylvanas, which means Sylvanas' benefit wouldn't have happened, and then put out Blood Reaver Gul'dan, which would have easily won us the game. Well, I would freaking love to be able to play Blood Reaver Gul'dan. That'd be neat, but... Hey, Golden Shadow Bolt. Look at this go. Okay, we've only done 45 damage. My goodness. So let's change our card back. There's a way to change the universal card back, I think. Yeah, right here. So here's the first one you get. What? Where are the original cards? Okay, so here are the original. You have to go to page 5 to get the ones that came out in order. So this is for getting to rank 20 in February of 2015. This was the... No, that wasn't it. Was it? No, that's the Lunar New Year. Halloween, Pirates. Where are the ones you get for just leveling up? I'm so confused. The order is actually like all out of whack now. And they all have different names too, which is confusing. So Ragnaros, this came for getting rank 20 in March of 2015. This is for October 2014, the Halloween one. I love this card back. It's one of my personal favorites. Now, which one was the very... This is it, Pandaria. This is from the very first season. Why aren't they in order like they used to be? This was the very first season, if I recall correctly, for April 2014. And so, like, you know, what's cool is, like, these card backs, you can't get these anymore, you know? And so it's neat that, like, you know, I was around back then when this was actually a thing. Obviously, I've missed out on a lot of card backs, but that's fine to me because I have so many old ones that you can't get. This is for the... Oh, that's up for that one Tavern Brawl, okay. BlizzCon 2015. Blizzard Events 2018. That's a cool card back, wow. All right, well, what do we change it to here, boys? We have so many to choose from. I've always kind of liked the Classic. I wish I was good enough to get Legend. As you guys saw from that last game, I am not good enough to get Legend. But I wish I was, because we'll set this as our default card back. The Pie one. This is for Thanksgiving too. And, you know, it's November, so we'll go ahead and make that our default card back. But yeah, I wish I could get Legend like that. I would be able to happily never play Hearthstone again if I were just to make it to Legend one time. Because to Legend, if you guys don't know, there's always ranks in the game. Like you start off at 25, and then you go all the way up to rank 1. And then after 1, you can go into what is called the Legend ranks. And if you get there, you get a special card back that you can only get for reaching Legend. And it's where the best players in the game are, you know. And the highest I've ever been, I think, is 10.